Are you going to make it to the finish line? Are you going to come out of that storm? Or are you going to stand in the rain and the lightning and the thunder and just get beat down because you don't believe that you can actually come out of that storm? Sometimes we have to pack our bags with all the things that we need in life so we can live life accordingly and so we can be prepared.
Hey, is it hard? Huh?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's another Monday, a motivational Monday to get your day started with just a little drop of motivation. Because we all know that Mondays always start out rough because it's the first day that you got to get back to what you do all week long. And some of us, we get up on a Monday morning, we're like, because we had a long weekend and we probably enjoyed our weekend. So we don't want to get up and go do what we supposed to do? So I hope everybody's having a great day and we're going to jump right into it. So today's topic is leaving the weight behind. Now, what does leaving the weight behind mean? Sometimes in life, you have to let go of things that are stopping you from getting to the next level. You have to let go of those burdens, those worries, that emotional baggage that holds you back. It can be also freeing yourself from past regrets, toxic relationships, or negative thoughts. All these things can stop you from growing as an individual, whether you know it or not. You have to learn how to embrace new beginnings, new opportunities without these constraints on your life weighing you down. And sometimes in our life, we don't know how to do that. We don't. We keep carrying all of this baggage with us throughout our life, thinking that maybe, just maybe, this time will be different. Just maybe it will go away. Or just maybe one day I won't think about these things anymore. But everything starts with the way that you think in your life, whether you realize it or not. Anything that you think about, it can come to pass. Anything that you speak, it can come to pass. That's why it's important to speak life into yourself. It's important to be positive. It's important to wake up every day and say, you know what? I'm going to make the best out of this day. I'm going to do everything in my life that I'm supposed to do today to make myself stand out, to be the better version of myself. But sometimes we hold on to the very things that we was supposed to let go of days ago, weeks ago, years ago, because we think that, you know what, one day I'll heal. One day I'll get over this. One day, eventually, this will fall off. But in reality, we have these things in the back of our minds. We're thinking about these things a lot in our subconscious about how we went through this and we got through this, but yet we're still in that zone of thinking about the bad things that happened to us. We're still thinking about those traumas. We're still thinking about those regrets. We're still carrying all this stuff on our shoulders. And when you're doing that type of thing, you're never going to get to the next level because you got to let go of these things. You have to start shedding all of the negative thoughts from your life. How can you be positive in your life when you're always thinking negative? How can you move and elevate to the next level if you're thinking negative about everything that you do? How can you move to the next level if you have people in your ear and people in your circle that are negative and people that are not rooting for you in your circle? How can you move to the next level? How can you elevate to the next level? I know you probably heard of the saying, you know, if you're trying to get to the next level, Sometimes you have to lose people. And to be honest, it's not really losing people in your life when you're elevating. They were supposed to be there. Everything in your life, whether it's an experience or whether it's a person, it was supposed to happen. It was necessary because it was a part of your story. It was supposed to be in that chapter in your life because if you did not have that chapter within your book for your story, then guess what? You would not be able to get to the next level in your life. You have to go through some things in your life, the bad. You have to go through the bad things in order for you to be able to celebrate and rejoice because you won. Everybody that comes into your life, they're there for a reason. Whether it's to teach you a lesson, whether it's to give you a bit of advice, whether it's to get you to that next level by doing something for you, or maybe their presence, just being there, allowed you to elevate. Things happen in your life for reasons. For reasons. These are teardrops that lead to bigger opportunities. You have to cry sometime in the storm. You have to cry. You have to cry in your storm because you know what? Those tears are not always going to be tears of sadness. Those tears are going to turn into tears of joy. We might not know where we're going when we start, but at least we started. We took the steps to make it to the next step. We took the steps to elevate ourselves. We took the steps to do something that we always wanted to do in life. A lot of us don't start. A lot of us do a lot of talking about what we want to do, what we could have done, what we should have done. But if you at least take the steps towards starting, then why not finish strong? You got to accept the things that happen in your life. Not everything is a loss in your life. Sometimes those L's that you think are L's are actually wins. But you don't see that at the time that you're still winning, even though it feels like you're losing at the end of the day. We have to start leaving the weight behind. It is time for you to lift all of this stuff off of you. Lift all of the regrets off of you. Lift all the past traumas. Lift all the burdens, the emotional baggage. The, leave those toxic relationships. Throw those negative thoughts away. It is time for you to elevate. And in order for you to elevate, you have to get rid of the things that are holding you back. And sometimes we don't know. We don't know that these things are holding us back. And that's the problem. We don't recognize these things in the beginning because you know why? We're so focused on getting to the next level in life that we don't see the little drops along the way leading. We don't. We don't see the signs. And believe me, we always get warning signs. We always get warning signs in our lives that okay, this is not going to go the way that we thought it would go. But what do we do anyway? We do it anyway. We still think we're on course. There's always caution signs along your journey. Always. But just know that that page in that book of your story, it was written for a reason. It was written for a reason. And sometimes we get stagnant on one page of our story that we can't turn the page, or we allow these setbacks to keep us on that page. And we're afraid to turn the page because we're like, this happened on this page. Ain't no telling what's going to happen on the next page. We're afraid. We let fear once again move into our lives and take control of our lives because we're like, you know what? If this happened in this chapter, I don't know if I'm ready for the next chapter. But you know what? It's all about strength. You have to put on tough skin when you're trying to get to the next level. You cannot let everything in your life affect you and your thought process. You still have to keep moving. regardless of what happens in your life, you got to keep moving. If you stop long enough, then guess what? You might stop and stay still for a long time. You forget what your purpose was to begin with. So you have to keep moving when the things are bad, when things are good, when things are just out of the way. You don't even know which way you're going. You still have to keep moving. A lot of things happen in our lives to distract us and take us off our course. A lot of things happen in our lives to distract us. A lot of things happen in our lives to stop us from elevating. Don't allow these things in your life to hold you back. Leave the weight behind. You have a purpose to be here. Your story was written when you was born, probably before you was born. And I know everybody rewrites their stories. Everybody goes down these dirt roads and these places where you have roadblocks and then you're stuck. You don't know which way you're going. You're questioning God, like, why this happened? Why did this happen to me? But yet you made that decision and you have to take accountability for the things that you do in your life. This is your life. You are writing this story. You have your hands on the steering wheel. Why let somebody else drive? Why? Why give them the power and give them the steering wheel? This is your life that you're living. Take control of your life, reclaim your life again, and start doing what you need to do and what God already wrote in the book for you to do. If even if you made some adjustments along the way, if you edited your story, you formatted a different way, guess what? You can still rewrite that story. You still can change the course. You still can change your outcome, but you still have to stay on course. Do not let people or things in your life take you off track from getting you to where you want to be. Leave the weight behind. Lift it. It's time for you to step out on faith and believe that whatever God has for you is for you. It has your name on it. And no matter what comes your way, no matter what happens, no matter what distraction comes your way, guess what? It has your name on it. So it is yours. What is for you is for you. It does not matter what people say. It does not matter what people do. It does not matter if you lost somebody. It doesn't matter if you're still in that toxic relationship or burdens, traumas, regrets, all these things that are emotional baggage trying to hold you back. It does not matter if it's there. What is for you is for you. But it's time for you to say, enough is enough. Enough is enough. This is my life. This is my story. And I'm going to do just what I need and want to do in order for me to be the better version of myself every single day. Everything starts with you. Everything starts and ends with you. When you wake up in the morning, you see yourself. You wake up and you see yourself. You get up and you go to the mirror. You go to wash your face and get your day started. Look at that person in the mirror and tell that person, you know what? Today is going to be a good day. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what nobody does to me. This is going to be a good day. I'm going to win all day long. You set the tone for yourself. You set the tone for your life. You set the tone for your day. You set the tone for your destination. Are you using the GPS in your life? Or are you just traveling with a roadmap, but don't have a clue of where you're going? It's time for you to put your destination in that GPS and travel to the destination that God has already set for you. It's just that easy. You're going to get detail for detail. When you put an address in a GPS, what happens? It's turn by turn, right? It's directions to where you're going. It tells you when you're going to get there, how long it's going to take. But how long it takes depends on you. It depends on you. It depends on the work that you put in to get there. Are you willing to put in the work to be the best version of yourself? Do you even know your destination? Sometimes we don't even know our destination. We just be driving, don't know where we're going. The GPS is on, but we're making wrong turns along the way. So now we're lost and we're trying to find our way back. But once you find your way and you know where you're going, nothing in your life, nothing in your life can take you off course. No burdens, no worries, no emotional baggage, no past regrets, no toxic relationships, no negative thoughts. Nothing can take you off track when you know where you're going, when you know your destination. Because what? Now you're finally free. You're free from everything that has been weighing you down. Now you're ready. You're ready to embrace the new beginnings. You're ready to embrace the new opportunities. You're ready for what God has for you, what He had for you from the beginning, what He had your name on from the beginning. Now you're ready to move forward because you have lifted all of that weight off of you. All of it. I'm not telling you that it's going to be easy in this life. It's not. You're going to go through so much stuff in life and you're going to question, why me? But why not you? Why not you? God chooses the people that are the strongest to fight the hardest battles. But you know what? It's all in how you choose to move when He chooses you to fight that battle. Not every battle is worth fighting. You have to make choices in life that's going to benefit you. Not every argument is worth arguing about. When you start realizing that there's a lot of things that you shouldn't even be involved in to begin with, then you'll start moving differently. You'll start seeing life differently. You'll be like, you know what? I'm better now. I'm a better person than I was yesterday. I'm a better person than I was last week. I'm a better person than I was last year. I'm a better person than I was 5 years ago. I'm a better person than I was 10 years ago. Because why? Your mindset changed. You started choosing battles properly. You stopped fighting those battles that was unnecessary. You started standing up for yourself. You started showing up for yourself. And when you start showing up for yourself, you'll see your whole life start to shift. Everything around you will start to shift and move. You're going to still question things. You're going to still be observing things. You're going to still be wondering why. Why did this happen? But at the same time, God is moving things for you in your life so you can get to the next level, so you can win, so you can elevate yourself. So when you get there, you're going to know who's riding for you. You're going to be able to be grateful and free in the moment because you have lifted all of that weight that was dragging you down as you was trying to move. It's like climbing a mountain. You know, you climb a mountain, you're trying to get up that mountain, you're trying hard, and it gets harder and harder for you to climb that mountain. But yet, you still climbing. You might fall down a couple times. You might scrape your knee a couple times. You might scrape your leg a couple times. You might scrape your arms a couple times, but you keep climbing that mountain. You keep climbing that mountain, getting stronger and better each day. But you know what? When you get to the top of that mountain, boy, what a reward it is because you know what it was to climb that mountain. You went through so much to climb that mountain. You fell so many times. You got bruises all on your legs. You got bruises all on your arms, but you still climbed that mountain. You still kept going. You did not stop. So God said, all right, you climb this mountain through it all. Everything I threw at you, you kept climbing. Every time you fell, you got up. No matter what battle I sent your way, you still remained strong and you kept climbing that mountain. So for that, I'm going to reward you because you made it to the top. You withstood everything that I threw your way. You're still standing. And through it all, even though you lost everything, you felt like you lost everything. You felt like you took a lot of L's. When the beginning, it was you just leaving that weight behind. The more you climbed, the more weight was lifted off of you. The more you climbed, the more weight fell from you. All of your burdens, all of your worries, all of your stresses, all of your emotional baggage, all your past traumas, all of your toxic relationships, your regrets, everything was shedding as you climbed. It just fell off. And the more you climbed, the better you felt because you left all of that weight behind. So as you go through your day to day, you think about everything that is pulling you down, everything that's making you drown, everything that's draining you, everything that's sucking the life out of you, everything that's holding you back. And you say, I'm done. And you start lifting all of that weight and leave it behind so you can be the better version of yourself. You have to leave that weight behind, because if you don't leave that weight behind, then guess what? It's going to be like you're underwater, fighting for your life, gasping for air. Today, make it count. Make every single breath that you take count. Make this 24 hours the best 24 hours of your life, because tomorrow is never promised. And leave that weight. Step out on faith and do the things that we desire to do in our lives, because if we do not step out on faith, then what's going to happen? We're never going to do it, because we're going to always see things through. And if you're like me, I'm very analytical. Very. I'm thinking about now, in between,